podcast is speeding. Those are some late summer jams I can get into right there. Melissa.
Yes.
Welcome back.
Thanks. Welcome to you.
As they say, it's been a while.
It's been a while.
And welcome back to you, listener. Thank you for being here for yet another disparate episode of I've already told you that.
I have.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I definitely have.
No.
Oh, yes.
You really think so?
Yes.
So, like, whatever it was you just played, you're thoroughly convinced this has been on. I know what this is.
I didn't say you know what it is.
But you played it for me, and you looked over at me, and you were like, oh, yeah, this is good, right? And I was like, yeah, this is good. And you're assuming that I know what that is when you play it. Yeah. You've played it around me.
Yes, I have. And if, as I said before, if you're new to this podcast, some of you
welcome.
Welcome.
First of all, thank you for being here.
Every so often, I bring some music to Bryan that he's heard before, but doesn't quite recall. And we both go back together and we re-remember it together. And we listen to some music and we get a little nostalgic. And it's just about really enjoying listening to music. And kind of, if you were someone who enjoys listening to music, that's, kind of what it is. It's nostalgia, re-remembering. Because re-remembering is fun.
I try to also say something about like the music that, or the people that influence your music tastes, and that you are a person that influences others because you, from my perspective, you are a person who recognizes good music when you hear it and you like listening to it, and you have an innate ability to find it because you worked in record stores and or listened to things. And, because people like you are a bit of a conundrum to people like me.
You're very sweet, but I don't think that's true. Why
I'm just
conundrum?
Saying, well, because people like me, and I think there are people like me, don't understand how people like you find some of this music sometimes.
There has to have been music that you found. Can you think of a band that you found on your own?
No.
Really?
How
did you find Betty Severe?
They happened to be opening for Buffalo Tom.
So you kind of found that.
And I liked Buffalo Tom because my
fine.
brother liked Buffalo Tom, and I could hear it playing through the walls.
But no one told you to like Betty Severe. You did.
It's true.
Yourself.
And I listened to them and enjoyed them very much.
Yeah, exactly.
And
it's one of the things.
Became a fan.
When I met you, it was one of those things.
That was a thread.
That I, before we started doing this podcast, and I realized you didn't really like half these things.
Hey, now.
I thought you were into all that.
Not fair.
Because of that band.
Like is not fair.
That was one of the bands early on that when you said that was like a key unlocking a door. I was like, oh, you like that band. Okay,
How
great.
many bands have you played on this podcast where I'm like, nope.
Like, nope, you don't like it?
Yeah.
Or nope, you never listened to them?
Nope, I didn't like it after listening to it.
I think there's been a few.
No, there has not. You can't even name one.
Oh.
I can't either because I don't remember any of them.
Very good. Very good. And I just also want to say, I'm sorry for how long it's been. It's been a long time. I was in the US of A since April. So we haven't been, I really had dreams and thoughts about making podcasts before we left, and then Bryan would put them out while I was gone, but
didn't happen.
It just didn't
Your mind
happen.
was elsewhere. Your mind was very food focused.
It was.
When Melissa's not thinking of music, she's thinking of food.
Yeah.
It was like the two pieces of your brain, if we diagrammed it, like one half would be music, the other half, or maybe 5/8 of it would be food. And the other, whatever's left.
There'd be a lot of garbage in there too, though. There's a lot of just like nothing, It's funny the minutia you can get into when allowed to,
Yeah.
Like sometimes I just get in these rabbit holes of just like thinking about stuff that is just so unnecessary, but pleasurable.
Such as?
I don't know. Like, I mean, it's hard to even remember them. Like they're not even that important. That's what the internet allows. It's as I've said many times also on this podcast, I'm so grateful that I didn't have that when I was young because, oh my God, I would have
just
done
consumed.
nothing but watched, as I've said, Jules Holland like constantly and like watched interviews with people talking about how they made things. And I'm kind of glad that I didn't have all that access because like I went outside and did other things. But it is nice because occasionally I remember all that stuff's there because I try like I don't want to do that all day long.
You can catch up to everything that was there before.
You really can just be like, did they ever do that? And then you just look it up and there
it
they
was.
are. There they are.
Every single bit of it.
Yep. And it's wonderful.
Amazing. The internet is good for that. It's bad for a lot of things.
It is.
But it's good. Like today, the video of a cat kneading dough and driving around in a cardboard truck delivering.
Yeah.
I mean.
And I showed you a video of a bear getting in a hot tub.
Thank you.
I don't even know why. Like,
thank you.
Yes.
He's a good boy. Oh, he's going to tear it up.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that was good. Thank you, Internet, for that.
Yes.
No thank you for everything else.
Yeah. So, if you do anything today, do something positive on there.
That's right.
That's a good thing to do. Mm-hmm. But today we're going to talk about some music.
Oh, really?
And so Bryan doesn't know what we're going to talk about until he hears that music. Do you have any idea? Any impressions?
My impressions were I enjoyed.
Good.
It was good. It was a driving jam, and I do like that.
Good.
You were trying to cut me off before there was the
What?
singing. You were trying to give me
I
the
actually let you
turn
hear
it down
the
before
singing.
the singing came in.
I let you hear it.
So you were trying to protect me or trying to.
No, I was just going a little long because we're not going to play whole songs on this podcast. So I was just
Right.
playing a snippet.
But you can listen to the whole song.
And you should listen to the whole thing.
Because there's a mix at the end.
Yes, I'm going to have a mix attached to this podcast. I have a mix attached to every podcast episode we do where you can listen to the artist we're going to talk about in its entirety for the most part, or just mixes. Usually it's just mixes of things of their work, like a mixtape.
It's the kind of bonus material you get from listening to this podcast. Okay, so
Which at first, Bryan, I thought was going to be like the whole thing. I thought that was like my like $1 million idea. I was
make a mix.
I was like, because to me, that's like the greatest thing ever. And now I kind of enjoy it because we have some younger listeners and friends who will ask me like, well, what's this band? I'm like, I already have a playlist for that.
I already told you that through the playlist.
Yes. I'm like, I'm not. And they're like, well, can you tell me what? I'm like, I did. I curated something. You can just go listen to it. But it is nice for me now.
Step 1, refer to the name of the podcast.
Yeah.
Step 2, listen to the mix.
Well, it's just nice because even now, like, I like listening to whole records, but it is cool to like, I can't say how many times I've listened to like the church one I've made. Like,
oh my God, that is a staple.
Yeah, because they have so many great albums and it's great to listen to my favorite songs off all of them.
Greatest hits.
Anyway, fun. But
this goes back to my point about influencing and or creating the mix. As we both grew up in a time of making tapes, and that was a form of affection between, people, was to pass a tape over to say, this is what I like, this is who I am.
That's also, to circle back to what you were talking about when you were saying that you never really found anything on your own. That's actually how a lot of people found things, was through someone giving them a tape. And then you having the interaction with it. Whatever your interaction is with said thing, is you finding it.
I guess that's true.
You know what I mean? You don't have to discover it. It's that someone's giving it to you. Like plenty of times someone's given me something and that was just how I found it.
But that's different than knowing the record label or the people in the band. It's
not less important though.
It's not less important. I agree. I'm just saying that like there's something to like, oh, I like this sound. They're on this thing, and connecting all of the dots to discovering things you wouldn't normally,
Yeah.
And now like streaming services kind of do that for you because they're like, oh, you like the sound of
but
this.
they don't do it well.
I don't know. I mean, dude, sometimes they
I
bring
don't
up some
know.
jams.
Sometimes, but a lot of the time they're really off on me. So I'm always like, I get insulted. I'm like, really?
Well,
This is
and
what
I
you
guess
think I'm going to listen to?
this is what radio did back in the day as well, So
And
if you
some radio
wanted
still
to
does.
listen to like college radio, you'd have somebody who knew it was up.
Yeah, which is what I still prefer to do. Like if I want to hear, if I'm ever in a rut and I don't know what to do, I do listen to online radio and find things where I can hear someone play something curated for me to maybe like, and that does happen. So
May I issue a quick shout out for our friend Dave?
oh yeah.
So our friend Dave is a editor for the art section in the New York Times, and they do a mix called The Amplifier, and he just put one out about dancehall music that is amazing, rock solid,
Yes.
excellent.
We should connect it to the episode. So
Yes, so if you like mixes, they put out mixes. They change a lot. You have to dig in through them, but our friend Dave just made a banger for dancehall music that I've been binging a lot.
he's got great taste.
He
You should listen to it.
does. He does. Okay. We've stalled long enough.
Yes.
It's that time. The sweat is
Yes.
forming on my brow.
Can you name that band?
It's also
Bryan
not
Morrissey?
fair because it was like 37 minutes ago. Babes in Lush Land. Is that it?
That's a good guess. I like it.
Who is it, Melissa? Pull back the curtain. Reveal.
Well, it's just funny because our son last night, he's like, "You can tell me," and I'm like, "I can, but you don't know who it is either." And he's like, "You don't know, I'll know." And I was like, "You will not." We're talking about the band Swallow.
Swallow. Mm-hmm. Now, this could have two meanings.
It can. It's first.
Does it matter?
Which one do you think of first, Bryan?
I'd like to think I think of the bird first.
Good.
But, of course, minds can wander to the gutter.
Yes.
And think of
But
illicit
I
things.
would think of the bird probably.
Yeah, sure,
But
why not?
Not necessarily.
Which has a connection to you.
I'm going
You're
to make
bit
a
of
pop really quick
fan.
because I'm going to open a window. I can feel fresh air. Hopefully you won't hear it.
You have a bit of a connection to swallows.
I do. I have a swallow on my arm.
You do. So this must be your connection to the band?
No, it's not. This is a band, Bryan, that was on a certain label that I was a little obsessed with when I was younger. That label is 4AD.
Okay.
And this record came out in 1992.
Okay.
And we're going to actually, sorry, let me backtrack a little. Sometimes I talk about a whole catalog of work, and sometimes I talk about a record. And I will just say as a preference to starting this week, I have been feeling a lot of pressure to put out a podcast since I've been back. And I've had things I've been wanting to do. And I have a long list, as I've mentioned. And some things are a little more involved than others. And I was starting on one that was pretty epic.
Okay.
And has many, many albums. And I've been working on it for about 3 weeks.
Wow.
And I'm still going to do it, probably the next time. But
Still needs time.
but I was just like, why are you doing this to yourself? Why don't you do something you already know you want to do? So we're going to talk about Swallow and their album Blow. It came out in 1992 on 4AD Records. And they are a British-based duo, although one of them is not British. She is from Ireland.
Okay.
So Mike Mason is one of the members of this band. It's a duo, like I said. I'm rusty.
Two people.
It's two people.
You're saying two people.
Two people.
I see.
Two people. And he's a multi-instrumentalist.
Okay.
And Louise Trehy is the other person that's in the band. She's the singer in the band. And she
Okay.
is from Ireland. They signed to 4AD but then they only had 2 releases. They had this album, which is Blow, and then they had another album called Blowback, which is all remixes of this album. And then they had a small EP, like this 4 songs on Rough Trade later on,
Okay.
which we will also get into a little bit. But mostly what we're going to talk about today is my lovely favorite album of theirs, Blow.
Okay.
And we're pretty much going to get into every song on this record.
Okay.
And the mix will have this record, Blowback, and the EP. So if you want to check them all out,
tune into
they're
that.
all there. But let's get into it a little bit, and then we'll talk a little bit more about them. And see how this all feels to be doing this again,
Oh my
Bryan. It's
gosh,
been a while.
shaking off
I feel rusty.
the rust.
I feel a little bit of rust on me, but it's going to be okay.
And you got a slightly different setup over there.
I do have a different setup, but I'm kind of glad about it because
Okay.
usually I'm using a computer. No one needs to hear this.
No one needs to. We got the old reel-to-reel
Got
out.
the old reel-to-reel out. Let's listen to the first song on this record, Bryan. It's called Love Sleep. And I failed to mention something very important that we need to state is this record is produced by John Fryer.
Aye, that
Do you remember who
name.
John Fryer is?
Oh, golly gee whiz.
I can give you some crib notes.
Give me, some...
John Fryer was half of This Mortal Coil.
Ah, okay.
He is a producer and engineer. He worked at Blackwing Studios, which we've talked about many times, which is where Depeche Mode and a lot of early things happened.
Okay.
He engineered some early Depeche Mode stuff.
Okay.
But his first credits were the Cocteau Twins. Head Over Heels, I'm pretty sure, was the first thing he produced for them. And he was a big producer in 4AD. He did Lush. Also, Nine Inch Nails' Pretty Hate Machine was John Fryer.
Wow.
So pretty big record. And he definitely has a very distinctive sound. You know when that's happening. So, and I also feel like what I say about Swallow is they're kind of like, to me, it's like the Pale Saints meets Jesus and Mary Chain. That's kind of how I feel about it.
Okay.
And there's lots of different references of that that people will make. Different things they'll say, but to me, that's what I hear when I hear them. Although I would say that guitar part for me is very Warren DeFever from His Name is Live. But also, I'm pretty sure John Fryer produced Mouth by Mouth, and that probably is why I'm thinking that.
Okay. Yeah. Some sensing some electronics.
Yes.
Some perhaps keyboards.
Yes.
Synthesizers.
You're sensing.
Drum machines. Highly affected guitars.
And your favorite, lots of high end.
Well, yes, very airy, kind of, glistening vocal.
Yeah.
Which was good.
I don't think you got to hear her as much yet. You're going to hear a little bit more in the song.
Okay, good.
Let's go a little bit further into Loveless.
All right.
Love Sleep, excuse me. Not Loveless. That's
no,
another
wait a second.
record
Hold on.
by someone else shoegazing that we're
Easy.
not talking about right now. Love Sleep.
That's pretty cool.
And keep in mind, in that song, her voice is a lot, like she comes in and out, but it's definitely like an introduction, I feel like. It's a good first song because it's not kind of revealing everything. And I want to show you the cover of this record, too, so you can kind of see it. Do you know
What am
that
I
is?
looking at?
Look at it a little closer.
It looks like the paintings on the cave in like France. Is that what that is?
No, it's a Von Oliver cover because he did a lot of the
okay.
art for 4AD. That is meat
Oh.
with the white paper.
Oh.
It makes this very interesting texture.
Yeah, it does.
I was trying to find it. I have this on CD, but I couldn't find it yesterday.
What's on the top? Is it the moon?
That looks like the ocean to me.
Oh, okay.
Upside down,
I see.
I think.
Okay. Interesting
Yes.
art.
Yes. That's why I was trying to find my CD yesterday so I could just look at it because, but I know that when we moved, our CDs got unalphabetized.
They are
so
just
where it
in a
is. It's been
jumble.
swallowed
Hey,
by
now.
the CD shelf. But anyway, yeah.
Wow.
I wanted you to see that album art because
Thank you.
back in 1992, I've said this before, but I'm sure you're going to ask me, Bryan, how did you find out about
How,
this band?
this is a good question. How did you find out about this band?
Well, I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. And yesterday, once again, I went down a rabbit hole of reading, which I don't usually do.
Read?
I know, read. don't read. I was reading a whole bunch of WordPress, like blog kind of things.
Okay.
And there's a whole bunch of shoegazy ones out there. And I don't
Okay.
usually get into that because once again, I would never do anything
Internet,
else.
yes.
But I was reading because there's not a lot of articles about Swallow anymore because, like I said, they only put out one record on 480, so it wasn't.
Sort of a
It was
quick,
short-lived.
quick,
but we'll
yeah,
get
on
into
the
that a little
scene.
bit more later.
Okay.
But in 1992, I have to say that was still when Ivo was in charge of the label.
Okay.
So he was very much present, and it was so reliable. And this is what I was reading other people talking about, and that was so nice to have confirmation, because that's exactly what I've tried to tell you. It wasn't like I was some, soothsayer. I knew everything. It was just I knew what labels you could trust. And 4AD, I cannot relate it to you any stronger. That it was, I mean, there was a few things I wouldn't dig very much, but I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it just wouldn't be my jam or
Yeah.
something. But in general, very much my jam. So it was just kind of one of those things where you were like, when you were in a record store, you saw a cover, you knew it was Von Oliver, which I could usually tell. Then you looked over at the side of it, you saw 4AD on it, you're like, sold. And I would just buy it. You know what I mean? At this point, I'm 17, 1992. And I was already very into this Mortal Coil and all that kind of stuff. So it was just, and Gunfire. So like, you know, you just knew that it was reliable. You know, it was just a reliable thing. And it was just nice because if you're going to spend money, especially because a lot of the stuff, as I've mentioned, was imports. Although in the 90s, what was nice is that 4AD, they started releasing albums. I think they paired up with Warner Brothers or something in the US. So they had more distribution. So you could get things a little cheaper. But back before that, I had to buy everything as like an import. So anyway.
So this is a really obvious observation, but like people that run record labels like this, you could say they're sort of the ultimate influencers. They're the people who are picking these bands and putting them out.
I've said this about him before, about Ivo, whatever your ego is. I definitely think there are people that are tastemakers, and I would say, and he was in this Mortal Coil, but I don't think he sees himself as a musician. He's much more of like a sound creator, person that puts things together, you know, kind of thing, knows what's good. And I definitely think that was, I mean, when you look at the catalog of what's on that label, I mean, it's just so crazy. Like, it's still to this day is dumbfounding to me. And it's why you're going to hear a lot of bands from 4AD on this podcast. Because it's, I mean, like, as I've said to you before, sometimes I think I should just do 4AD and go through the entire catalog until he left in 1999. Because there's a lot of good stuff and we're still not through it. So you're still going to hear some more 4AD bands.
Okay.
But speaking of, let's listen to another song from this record.
Okay.
This is the second song on this record and it's called Tastes Like Honey, which is funny because there's a Jesus and Mary Chain song that says just like honey.
Wait a second.
It's just a reference, but of course there's going to be one. But let's listen to Tastes Like Honey.
Beach House owes her some money in her ethereal-ish sounding not high pitch, that's not fair, melodic voice. Angelic melodic. Yes.
And also, like I said,
dreamy.
I loved this record when I got it. If I didn't say that a minute ago, let me just say that.
You were pleased.
Definitely liked it. Was really into it. But I didn't know that much about them. I just knew it was a duo. And at the time, I think they were romantically involved.
How did you find that out?
I did some research. So this time, I'm going to have some things to tell you.
Well, I mean, at the time, you bought the record because it said 4AD on it.
And then the cover.
Okay, that was it.
Yep.
You could read it.
I could read it. It said Swallow, and I bought it.
But I mean, you didn't know they were a duo.
No, but then I looked in the linear notes. Or some people call them liner notes. But I'm really linear.
They are linear in the sense that they begin and end. Yes.
Your face. But I found out this time, though, through reading on Wikipedias and different things, was that Mike Mason was previously, he played live in a band in Ireland as their keyboard player. And that band was called, where is it called? Into Paradise. And it was an Irish indie rock band. And they were on this label that I said wrong before that very sweet Mike Appleton tried to correct me on. And thank you. But now I can't remember how you told me to say it. It's it's Setanta.
Seta.
Setiana.
Setiana?
It's an Irish label.
Okay.
And so the band he was playing with was on that label.
Okay.
And Louise Trehy was one of the founding people that made that label. and the band The Glee Club was on that label. Just
okay.
I saw the face. You're like, so where are you going with this? What's the connection? The Glee Club,
Louise?
who we talked about 2 times
Yes.
ago. Yeah, so it was just interesting to see that come back up. And I was like, oh, connectivity. And that's when I realized that someone in that band had to be Irish. So then I was like, oh, okay. I'm doing a little more research. But I didn't find as many articles as I wanted to. So still kind of limited information. So some of the things I'm going to say, and when I think it's allegedly, I will put allegedly in.
Okay.
But when I think I know something, I will cite where it came from.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you for citing
Yes.
your sources.
Let's listen to a little bit more of Tastes Like Honey.
Got some of your favorite atonalness going on there. Off-key guitar playing.
I don't think it's off key, but that's different.
I mean, it's not on key.
I think I know how to say it now. I think it's set onta.
Setanta.
Setanta. I think
Okay.
is what I think it
We'll
is.
go with that.
Yes. Okay. So anyway, if I said
You
it wrong, I
spelled it.
apologize.
A person
I
could
apologize.
search it
Yes.
if they want to find out for themselves.
But I'm excited to play this next song. 'Cause This
Okay.
is the song we started with, and I
All
want
right.
to play it over again and then play a little bit more of it. 3 sections of it, and it's the first part of the podcast.
Okay.
Sugar Your Mind is the name of this song.
So we got honey, we have sugar.
They
are into
sweetness and light. Yeah, I think so. Ready for some Sugar Your Mind?
I'm not ready.
No.
Now I'm ready.
Okay.
That one's good. I like that one.
I meant to make you go down before that, but I was distracted. I had sugar
That's
was
a-
in my mind.
That's a rocker.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
And it gets better. Should we go up a little bit further in the song and hear a little bit more?
Please.
Sugar Your Mind.
That'd be a good one to like set the Peanuts dance to. You know?
Oh,
The
like they
kids are,
do it when they do it
turning
with the
their
Joy
heads this
Division
side
thing
to
that they're always
side.
doing. I just love that song, and I love when how she says the chorus, "The Sugar Your Mind." She says it so like plainly, but still like it sticks in there.
Yeah.
Like, it's really really nice.
Yeah, it's pretty garagey too, you know, and gritty and kind of.
That's why I said the Jesus and Mary Chain part
Yeah.
for me. I hear it and I love it. It's wonderful.
Yeah, it's good.
Gnarly and crackly and
Simple at the same time,
pretty.
but straight
and
up.
layered. Like
Yeah, very.
It sounds
Wall of sound. You like
Yes,
that?
I do. All those
But
things.
she doesn't lose her mind.
No,
You
she
do like
doesn't. I
that.
will say that it's not something she's going to do. Not to
That's a
give
missing
away the
piece.
ending, but she's not gonna lose it.
Okay.
But that's okay. But
Yeah.
I think the music does though.
Yeah.
So you'll hear that happening.
Yeah.
But beautiful. But when I really love a song, Bryan, I even put a heart on a section. So we're going to listen to one last part of this song.
Okay.
And it's a heart section of Sugar Your Mind.
Yeah.
I won't be your obsession. Some other kind of, I think it was, I'm only here to sugar your mind.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's such a, like, it's kind of like, it's intense. It gives you goosebumps once again when you hear her say that. It's like, I'm only here to sugar your mind. Sign of a tease. Yeah.
That might have to be a Stone Cold classic right there, Melissa.
Oh, he's pulling out the Stone Cold classic.
That's
I'm
definitely
glad
good.
to hear
I
it.
like
I'm
that.
glad you like that.
like it
Like I
a
said,
lot.
that's when, like, I liked this album very much, but when I got to that song in it, I was like, okay, we're here. I'm here
that's
for
great.
it. Very much here for it. Also, I want to tell you a little bit about, I always feel like it's fair to also talk about what they're doing now a little bit within this. Mike Mason, after doing this and before doing this, it was a video artist as well.
Oh.
So, and predominantly that is what he is now currently doing still. He has made videos for bands like Slow Dive.
No.
He made the video for Allison, which I very
Okay.
much love. The Mekons, Spaceman 3. So he's been up to things.
Cool.
And Louise is still putting out music, and I'm going to link those things later to the podcast, and also we'll talk a little bit more about that a little bit later. But yeah,
Okay.
definitely want people to, if you can, and I'm also going to have links to this album where you can still buy it, because you can.
Super.
And you can listen to the whole thing, and you can listen to a Stone Cold classic, like Bryan just said.
Links.
But for now, let's listen to the next song I want to talk
do it.
about. This is Mensural,
Mensural.
not menstrual.
Mensural.
Mensurral. I'm pretty sure it's
Mensural.
mensural. Let's go into it.
More of a slow jam.
It's going to build up.
Okay.
There's more stuff that's going to happen. Also, I will say too, like, I am a big fan of this record, but I feel like in a lot of things I read said the same thing. For some reason, it just didn't get as much notoriety, as much attention. And I don't really know exactly why that was. I mean, amongst my friends, we all loved it, but like, I haven't met as many people like within the 4AD canon that talk about this band. So that's why I wanted to talk about them
Pull it
today.
back up.
Because I think they're great. So,
Yeah.
you know, if you've heard them before and you're reminiscing, fantastic. If you haven't, go listen to this whole record. It's a good one.
And I'm guessing you didn't get to see them live?
I didn't, actually.
Yeah.
I've not seen them. Although I did read that they did tour with Mazzy Star. They did open for them, and they did do some touring. I mean, they weren't on 4AD terribly long. And I couldn't get a straight answer on that. And actually, I did, right before making this podcast, I tracked them down, and I was going to ask them some questions. And then I was like, I don't really do interviewee things on this podcast. I just like to base things on garbage that's in my brain and listen to music. But I am slightly curious. So if you're listening to this and you are willing to tell me why that you're not, you guys stopped being on 4AD, I'd love to hear that. But I know some people, I looked and scoured the internet, and they were pretty
Scoured.
They were pretty coy about it. So, and I know that, and I'm going to say this is allegedly.
Okay.
That during this time period, this is right before Ivo had his supposed breakdown, which happened in '94, and he could be intense. I've heard. That's what I've heard allegedly. I
Alleged.
still love this man, but
Yes.
But I've just heard that, like all great artists, I think there was a perfectionism that was kind of intense for some people. And he had a falling out with the Cocteau Twins right around this time period.
Okay.
So, and they left the label. So,
Oh, wow. So there's evidence of
there was
strife.
some friction, but allegedly.
We weren't there.
I wasn't there. I cannot quote these things, but I'm just saying, for those of you who are interested in the inner turmoil of 4AD, some of you are, and I'm sure I'm going to hear from you, the ones that are.
As someone described before, if you want a PhD in 4AD.
Well, and if you want to talk about it online, where I'm not going to say like false things like on this podcast, because I don't know for sure, I wasn't there, but I just know that there was apparently there could be some falling outs, and that might have happened, but I don't know. I don't know that that happened. I don't know what happened.
People can be intense.
It might just have been, it just didn't work at that particular point in time. Who knows?
But we're happy that we have this to listen to today.
But I wish there was even more of it.
Yeah, right.
That's my only thing. But you never know. I've been seeing some things that they might be tinkering around.
Tinkering.
So let's listen to a little bit more of the song we were just listening to. Menstrual.
Pedal board was impressive, I am sure, with that one.
Yeah.
Some cool sounds going on there. Also, I heard a little bongo.
You did?
Did you hear like...
I don't think I could even register a bongo in my brain.
Back in the back. It may have been like it's a drum machine bongo, perhaps.
A deep bongo.
But I enjoyed the bling. There's a bling sound in there too that was cool.
I didn't hear it, but I believe you.
Go back and listen. It's there.
Oh, like I said, I do believe you. But let's go to the next song that I also have a heart next to, and I'm very excited about.
Song number 4. Are we going in order, or are you bouncing around?
We are going
here?
in order.
Okay.
And like I said, I may have skipped a couple, but only because there are some songs that are instrumental on this record, and I did include them. Sometimes I'm including them, sometimes I'm not. And I think it's funny on albums when people put in parentheses instrumental.
In case you didn't know.
I wonder if people had to do it or if they wanted to make a point to say it.
That is interesting.
Because either way, I want to hear your song. I don't, I don't know what it is. I'm not sure that they did it. I just, it's maybe Spotify or, YouTube Music. I don't know why they are doing that. But it's like you must know. There is no.
They're trying to get the people who don't want to hear singing.
But I feel like for me, and as a lover of instrumental music, because I really am, and like, I love Godspeed You Black Emperor, and Mogwai, although Mogwai, they're singing now. It's crazy. Oh. But for a long time they didn't.
Okay.
I love stuff like that. But sometimes like it does kind of do a thing with your brain when you see it. You're like, because then you're going into it with a like
preconceived notion of what you're going to listen to.
If you're someone who doesn't like things without a vocal, you're going to have an opinion. And if you're someone that does, so I'd rather not know and then be like, oh, I didn't hear a voice, kind of thing. Okay.
Maybe that's what it is. They don't want you to be upset or confused.
Well, that's my point, though, is you might not have any. You might just be like, I liked that song and I didn't even think about it.
The whole time you're like, when's the singing starting? And they're like, oh, it's instrumental.
Well, yeah, maybe. Yeah. But let's listen to a peekaboo. A peekaboo.
Peekaboo.
What is wrong with my speaking voice today? Peekaboo.
You're just so excited about this band.
I think what it is too is like I'm nervous because I haven't done this in forever.
You're fine. I'm rusty. You're doing great.
I'm a rusty girl. Let's listen to Peekaboo.
wondering when the drums are going to come in.
I'm going to take them away from you
in.
right when they come in. I was like,
What are they going to do? Are they going to do a digga dooga digga dooga? Or are they going to do a or a boop 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 boop?
is that the whole?
That was all of the options.
So far, that's what we've come up with. That's the entirety of. I'm sure they're very pleased with that analysis.
I know everyone loves it when people describe what drums sound like.
Yeah, I do. I would also say, to be fair, my only
And by that I mean no one loves that.
I think that's why I skipped over it. My only criticism of this record at the time was also the thing I kind of also liked about it, which was I definitely heard, 4AD in it.
Okay.
Like it sounds like a 4AD record.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? Like it sounds like the Cocteau Twins. It sounds like other
Yeah.
shoegaze things that were happening.
Yeah.
But I still feel like it had its own thing.
Yeah.
But it definitely heavily leaned in that way. And if they ever did have anything negative said, that was the only thing that I ever heard.
That they were a little derivative of what else was happening.
But it's still its own thing,
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, that Sugar Your Mind song was pretty standalone. So
Yes. And I feel like this song, that's
There you go.
Thanks. Let's go a little bit further. Although I do hear Cocteau Twins in this song,
yeah, a little bit.
but that's okay. I'm here for it. This song, again, Peekaboo.
That's good. I like that. That was almost a little Western twang there.
You did hear a which is interesting that you bring that up, Bryan, 'cause we're not getting into this band, but another band that came around the same time period was a band called Tarnation that's on 4AD.
Tarnation.
And they're kind of
country and Western?
It's all alternative country. Yeah.
Interesting.
Maybe at some point I'll play that for you as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Interested in that.
But I have one more section of the song. Because when I really like a song, you get to hear it 3 times.
Basically, the song chopped up into little bits and pieces.
This song is 5 minutes long. You're only hearing a minute and 20 seconds. Of it.
Okay.
So
there's plenty more.
But you should listen to the whole thing later.
Of course.
So one more spot.
Let's have it.
A harder.
I mean, she is saying Yahoo.
What is that? What's the relevance of that?
Well, country Western people say Yahoo, don't
So
they?
that you think-
Yahoo!
I guess they do, Bryan.
Maybe it's a country song.
Maybe.
It's good. It's sweet. I like it.
Yeah, I like that.
It's a nice one.
So, as I like to do to be silly, is sometimes I look back to see what was happening in 1992, Bryan.
Okay.
And want to know some popular songs from the U.S. and the U.K. in 1992?
Metallica's One.
No, that was 89. We already figured that out yesterday.
Was
when
it?
when we were playing it for our son. Yeah.
What was the other one that was 91?
There's a lot of 91. We're talking about 92. though.
We saw it on a television show. What was happening in 1992, Melissa?
So the number one song in the U.S. was "The End of the Road" by Boyz II Men.
In the end.
The number 2
of
song
the
was,
road.
which is funny because we saw it last night, and the thing we were watching is "Baby's Got Back" by Sir Mix-a-Lot, and "I Will Always Love You" by Whitney Houston. But
Wow.
also, it is the same year that "Smells Like Teen Spirit" came out.
Okay. Really? 92.
92.
I thought that was a
That's
91.
when the single came out. The
I see.
record, I think, came out, but the single.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a lot going on
Yeah.
in the pop and newly born grunge scene at the time.
Well, what's crazy is though in 1992 on 4AD, the things that came out were Lush's debut album,
Okay.
Red House Painter's first album.
Okay.
Also, what else came out that was crazy? The Breeders' Safari came out.
Oh my gosh.
Belly's Geppetto EP came out. I'm pretty sure Throwing Muse's Red Haven, or what was it called? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, it was Red Heaven. Red Heaven came out. It was not a bad year for 4AD either. I mean, Breeders' EP Safari is still probably one of my favorite of their releases.
A little bit of competition for Swallow to be seen in that field of competition.
I mean, that Lush record that year was a big deal.
Yeah.
I mean, for us shoegazy loving people,
Yeah.
it was a big one.
Okay.
And I think Fryer might even produce that one.
Hey, how about that?
Yeah, but let's listen to, this is one of those instrumental songs. Brian.
Okay.
I don't even know if
Parentheses instrumental.
Lacuna. Let's listen.
Say it again because I was all over you on that one.
Okay, I don't mind. Lacuna.
Oh my gosh. Beach House definitely
You
has
still
some.
say it? Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
yes.
because there's a song that starts almost exactly like that in a way.
I hear Moon in the Melodies by the Cocteau Twins too, but yes.
Oh, okay. Well, you would do that.
But I hear what you're saying too. Yeah.
I also hear like some kind of weird circus.
Can you see, even from these
Situation.
snippets, if you were to sit down and listen to this whole record, that sonically it would be kind of interesting.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's got variants for sure.
Yes. Speaking of variants, let's listen to Ocean and Blue Skies.
Yeah.
What do you think of that percussion, Brian?
It was a little complex. It was difficult to keep up with.
Oh, stop. I like that it was subtle. I was just
Some
curious.
good woodblock
Yeah,
work.
that was a good one.
Yeah. Keeps time.
Yes.
You know where you are in the song.
It does do that. It does do that.
No, it's good. It's a nice touch.
Yes.
It's a good song.
She's being especially quiet on this one, I feel.
Yeah.
Let's listen to one more section of Ocean and Blue Skies.
I heard like some whale sounds in there. It was like a meow.
But I also, what's really nice about this, and I always recommend this, especially records like this, with headphones, there's different things happening
hear
on
it
different sides of
Going
your head.
from one side to the other. It's nice.
It's lovely. It's like it's
Yeah.
going between my ears. There's nothing there. But it's like it feels like
Filling
it.
the space.
It's definitely filling the space. Thank you. Thanks, honey. Thank you. Oh, we get another heart.
Okay.
This one,
Good.
big fan of. This one is called Follow Me Down, and it is lovely.
Speaking of the breeders,
You hear the breeders
a
in that?
little bit, just in her kind of voice sounding there.
I'm going to say I don't agree with you on that
Okay, then.
one. But
Fine.
But I'm just trying to hear it, but I don't know that I hear it. I guess, I mean, if you're talking like when Kim gets more breathy. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, then I hear you.
Driving on night.
Okay, that's okay, fine. I wasn't thinking that. I'd never think of that part of her voice. I'm always going for the harder one. But you're right. You're right.
She can get a little breathy
She
sometimes.
can be breathy.
But that was good. That's nice. It's
Should
a
we
nice
listen to-
kind of chill ride.
Should we listen to one more part of it?
Okay.
Just one more part of Follow Me Down. Follow
do
me
it.
down this way, Brian, to the rest of
I'm
the song.
going to follow you.
Okay.
Nice.
Yes.
It's a good one.
And we're almost finished with this record. We only have 2 more songs we're going to cover.
Okay.
So I want to tell you some things.
Please.
So I'm going to talk about some things that happened after this record. After they left 4AD, Swallow began writing and recording at home. And eventually they released an EP on Rough Trade. And that EP is called Hush. And I couldn't find it on the streaming thing. Actually, they do have it, but someone bootlegged it and put it up there because I don't think you can find it very easily. But it's on there. It's 4 songs. And it came out in 94. And you should give it a listen and check it out.
It's on my list.
Yes. But what was sad is in the middle of them recording that album for Rough Trade lost its funding. And for the second time, Swallow lost a deal.
Dang.
Yeah.
Got abandoned. Yikes.
So they've had a lot of hiccups.
Yeah. That can be a little discouraging.
Yeah. So I think that's part of the reason, not as widely known in the canon,
Yeah.
but that's not of no fault of their own.
Didn't have support
Yeah.
that they could have used.
Bad timing.
Yeah.
Bad timing,
That's too bad.
Yeah, it is. But let's listen to a little bit more of the record. The
Shall we?
song is
Are you
called-
sure?
Yes, we shall.
Okay.
We shall. Let me make movements so you can tell. This song is called...
It started off with sugar, and I think the sugariness of the songs, like it was somehow going into you, so you were like very on a sugar
Jittery.
high,
Yeah.
and then it's going down, and you're like slowing down.
Like I'm in my diabetic kind of section.
Yes.
Okay. This song is called Cherry Stars Collide.
Okay.
And this song very much reminds me of early Cranes.
Okay. Yeah, it's getting a little dark. There's some
Yeah.
darkness in there with this one.
Yes.
I'm noticing
It's
heavier notes.
Yeah. I feel like the second half of this record gets a lot darker.
A little darker.
Yeah.
Interesting. I bet you they
They're
did that
being
on
swallowed.
purpose. Oh, I see what's happening.
I don't know. Maybe. That's allegedly. Allegedly. We're not really sure. Are we sure of anything, really?
You know we're not.
No. I don't know that we are. Maybe sometimes it feels like we had a head in a cave,
Oh?
which is the name of this song, which is
Okay.
the last song on this record. And the last song on the record is the longest. I think it's like a little bit over 6 minutes. But we're just going to play a couple sections of it.
All right.
So you get an idea of it.
Okay.
Because it goes into a lot of different places, obviously, in 6 minutes. So let's
Yeah.
hear some of it.
Okay.
Head in a cave. Speaking of dark,
We're going in the cave. Let's get in there.
do you think that's a little dark, Bryan?
Yeah, a little bit. But I mean, it can be spooky going into a cave.
It can be.
You need to be serious about what you're doing.
Well, also, like, head in a cave. I mean, you might just be finding a head in a cave, which is also very spooky and scary.
Yeah, yipes.
I mean, that'd be a lot of things.
That's a good point. Yeah, that would be a little frightening.
Yeah, yeah. But we're going to play a little bit more of the song in a second. I also want to say thank you all for reaching out. I made a silly prompt saying what we might do this week. And some of you had some pretty good guesses. And some of those things are really going to happen soon. And I was like, I got to hide this from Bryan. But luckily, he doesn't look at it. So that's fine.
I'm going to look at it
He's
now.
going to look at it. And
guys.
He's going to get right on it.
That's right. But no, that is fun. That's nice of people to be interactors.
Thank you.
It's good to interact.
It also makes me want to get off my keister and put one together. So.
And we've had some correspondence.
We have.
Via electronic mail.
We have, yes. It's
So
nice.
please
So
keep
thanks.
sending electronic mails.
Just so you know, if you want to contact us, thank you, Bryan, for reminding me.
You're welcome.
You can email us at ialreadytoldyouthat@gmail.com.
Easy as that.
Very easy. Or you can find us on Instagram, which is more what we keep up with under I Already Told You That, or Facebook, which I look at sometimes.
And we don't have a physical address because we don't live in one place ever.
We're in a cave.
We're right now hiding out in somebody's house, so don't let them know.
Yeah. We're all over the place. At least I am.
Yeah.
So, because I'm.
But yeah, reach out. We always like interactors on the platforms.
Yeah, and also,
it's
like I
nice.
said, it's a nice nudging to remember that someone is actually listening. So
thank you.
So thanks.
Thank you, guys. It's fun.
Let's listen to a little bit more of Head in a Cave.
Let's. Think they found a cave to put that guitar in?
Perhaps.
Might as well. I mean, if you want that sound.
Yeah, I think that's a good place to find it.
Yeah, I don't feel like this is like overly 1992-ish sound. Like, I feel like you could listen to this today and it wouldn't feel like super dated,
No.
It's cool.
Yeah, I think that is very true, Bryan. You are correct. And it doesn't feel so of that time.
Yeah. It's cool stuff.
Thank you.
I like it.
I'm glad you like it.
And like you said, it is very much we've taken a journey here a bit from like garage rockers to these more kind of spatial things.
And also, I want to say too, when I was reading about them, the thing that was confusing is I can't tell if they were happy with the production with John Fryer, because Blowback, kind of the description of what it says when you read it is a departure from the John Fryer produced record, which is weird but it doesn't say like in a bad way or a good way. Like you can interpret it however you want to interpret it. So I don't know if that is what's happening or not. Like I said, like I like this record and I like Blowback. Blowback is definitely much more atmospheric and strange and it's beautiful. And I'm actually going to end with one of the songs from Blowback, so you'll get to hear.
So you're thinking if left to their own devices, it would have been even more.
Probably.
Well, I guess we have evidence of it because they remixed them.
Some. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, we do.
All right.
And they remixed it. So yeah. Anyway, I also wanted to mention that Louise Trehy is, she's still making music under the band name Strata, Florida. And I'm going to link her Bandcamp so you can check out her music.
Nice.
But she's still doing it. So she has 2 records out under that name. And I enjoyed listening to some of it yesterday. It's lovely. So,
all right.
Yeah. It's a wonderful thing. And I think we got through a whole podcast, Bryan. I'm a little rusty. I'll get better. Well, And like I said, the next time I might be doing something kind of epic.
Oh.
Surprise.
So it's going to be like a 3-hour.
I don't know.
journey?
We'll see.
You have to cut it into pieces?
It's always at least an hour.
You could do multiples, part ones and twos.
No, if anything, I'll try to edit myself.
Oh.
But the person I'm covering probably would like it to be epic, so we'll see if I can do it. So
Okay.
we'll see.
All right. We're talking like ELO here? Were we talking like
Yeah, we're totally going to do
Elton
ELO.
John?
Yes.
It's like somebody really... Billy Joel.
Oh, yeah. We're totally going to do Billy Joel.
All very epic.
Yes.
Okay, so...
Which, speaking of one last thing.
Oh.
The Devo documentary.
Ah.
Very satisfying. Although a friend also of the podcast had mentioned, and I agree with him, that they do, like, it's a great documentary until like the end of it, where they kind of make it seem like Devo just kind of fizzled and kind of went to nowhere. And then now they're doing reunion tours when they actually put out really great records, and plenty of people like them. So I don't really know why it ended that way, but the beginning part of it and like the de-evolution and all that stuff.
Yes.
Oh my God, it's so much fun. Totally go watch it.
Yes.
It was one of the more enjoyable music documentaries I've gotten to watch of late. And
yes.
I was thoroughly happy.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So go get on it. But like I said, the last part is kind of confusing because that is...
Well, you got
sometimes
Mother's
you're like,
Bro.
did they just run out of gas, the person that was making the documentary? He's like, I don't want to keep talking about it, so I'm just going to act like it
I
just
imagine
faded.
the band had some influence over it.
I guess,
you know?
but like I
and
said...
didn't a couple of members pass away? So there's change in membership?
I don't know that was what they were saying, but like, it was just that. I mean, the brother left early on.
Right.
So that was different. Anyway, you should totally check it out.
Yeah, totally go watch it. It's
definitely
great.
worth it. Definitely worth
Definitely
it.
worth watching.
Worth watching.
Watch it.
Music
and
worth
all
watching.
music, all music documentaries. I don't think there's been a one you haven't watched.
That's not true. One time I was watching one about one of the members. I think it was Phil Lesh or something, and I couldn't handle it. I couldn't handle it. I had to stop. That's the one time. Wasn't he in the?
Yes.
Yeah. It was the one time. I was like, I just can't. I'm just not.
You tried though.
I tried. I'm pretty loyal, man. I'll watch anything that's about music, and for the most part, you get rewarded with something pretty decent. But
You Will Get By. That's one of their songs, isn't it?
you can't do this with me now.
Okay.
No, we're not ending this way. Okay. Instead, let's end with the song Peekaboo that we already had before, but this is from Blowback, so it's going to sound a lot different. And I'm going to play quite a bit of it. So
we've done it.
We have.
We
Hopefully
got
we'll
through
do it
one.
again.
We'll do it
see.
again at some point. So we'll say thank you very much for listening to Already Told You That.
Yeah.
And we'll come back again.
Yes, we will. We will.
And so remix.
I think it's like 5 years now.
It's got to be.
Yeah, it's 5 years.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Whoa.
I know. We've been doing this for 5 years.
How about that?
Pretty nuts. And if you're new, go back and listen to some of our other podcasts because we've got a whole bunch. There's a whole bunch of episodes.
60 plus?
70.
Almost in the 70s?
We're in the 70s.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh. Okay, we did it. And remixed version of
Peekaboo. And listen to the whole album by Swallow called Blow. Or you can also, after that even, you can listen to Blowback, which is the remix album.
Fantastic.
And then you can also listen to the EP, which is called Hush. And then buy some of their music.
You can do it all.
Enjoy. But we're going to listen to, like I said, Peekaboo from the album Blowback.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Yeah.